All right. Hey guys. All right. So, what we're going to talk about today is tactics for practice. So, I know as well as any musician, practicing can be boring and frustrating, and you feel like you're just doing the same thing over and over again, and it takes forever. So, we're going to talk about some things you can do when you practice that make it more effective, easier, causes less headaches, all that good stuff. So, we're just going to jump on right into it. So first thing I want to talk about. If there's like a piece in band you want to practice or something, uh, don't just hop into playing. You got to warm up first. And we're going to talk about ways that wind players can warm up and ways that percussionists can warm up. So, to demonstrate, you might know I'm a guitar player. I got the big long guitar player nails to prove it. But for this example, I'll play the trombone. So, we want to talk about even tone. And how we get a nice even tone is breathing from our bellies. Remember the rubber chicken Mr. Feller had in class? I'm sure you do. So, breathe, nice big breath in your stomach. And your stomach should move out, right? And keep a nice open throat and push the air evenly out. So, to demonstrate this, I'm going to play you two notes. The first note is going to be even with not a lot of wiggles. Second note is going to be super wiggly. So I'll play that for you now. First note. Second note. So you'll notice, first note, nice and even, in tune, no stoppages, very nice and crisp and even. That second note was like, sounded like a dying car or a dying animal, whichever is less depressing. But yeah, so for that second note, I didn't really care about my air. I didn't really take a good breath. I didn't push even air, and it hurt my sound. So that's the importance of a big, good breath. And I'm going to show you a way you can work on this with just using one note. I am going to play one note, like I said. I'm going to choose a B flat. And I'm going to just play with a nice, even tone, whole notes. That's it. One note, one rhythm, even tone. Let's do it. 1, 2. Right? That's pretty much it. At this stage in the game, just warm up with one note, focus on your air, focus on your breathing. It's super important. All right, and now we're going to talk about how drummers can warm up. Not drummers, percussionists. I used a bad word. Drummers are something else. But anyway, so with drummers, percussionists, not drummers. I keep getting messed up. But one thing with young percussionists is their dominant hand, which is the hand you write with, is usually a lot stronger than their non-dominant hand, which is the hand you don't write with. Me, I'm a righty. I write with my right hand. So my right hand is a little bit quicker than my left hand, right? So what we have to do as percussionists is get them both working on the same level. So like if we're going, right? You notice that right is a lot louder than that left. So let me see if I can get this so you guys can see my pad. Okay. There we go. So here's one thing I want my percussionists to work on. I'm going to show you 2 exercises to warm up on. We're going to play eighth notes in our dominant hand. And if you're a lefty, you can start with your left hand. Then we're going to switch it to both hands, going at the same time playing eighth notes. Then we're going to switch to the other hand, playing eighth notes. Then back, then this side, both, this side, both, this side, both, this side. Right? All right, so that's number 1. Here's number 2. We're going to start with nice slow quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Making sure they're nice and even between the hands. Then we're going to move to eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then we're going to double those. Ready, go. 1E and a 2E and. And go back. Then back again. 2, 3. All right. Thus concludes our percussion warm-ups. All right. So moving on. There is a concept I want to talk about. It's called isolation. So, how we isolate. Let me give you an example. So what a lot of young players do when they practice, they'll have a piece of music and there's one part, maybe in the middle, maybe near to the end, that's giving them a lot of trouble. So what they'll do, they'll get their instrument out, they'll warm up, do whatever, and then they'll start playing from the beginning. And they'll play through, and when they start getting closer to that part they mess up, they go, oh, don't mess it up, don't mess it up, don't mess it up, don't mess it up. And they get there, and then they mess it up. And they go, oh, why am I so bad? Oh. And then they'll start from the beginning and play and play and play and play and play and mess up at the same part, go through the same, oh, why am I so bad, blah, 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 whatever. But you don't have to start from the beginning every time. That is the first point I want to make. If you know that it's good, you don't have to sit there and practice it forever. Just work on the stuff that needs work. If you know you can play it, and you can play it till you can't get it wrong, it's good. You don't need to practice it. Practice is for stuff we can't do yet, right? So if you can do it already, don't need to worry about it. So, 2 points I want to make about practicing. Don't work on stuff you already know. We already kind of talked about that, but if you know it and it's good, don't waste your time on it. If it's fine, you can play it. Maybe look over it once, maybe twice. But other than that, that's it. You don't need to. Only work on the stuff that's giving you trouble. That's the point of practice. And the second one, and here's the big one. Don't practice something till you get it right. Practice it till you can't get it wrong. Right? So let's say we're trying to play something, blah, 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 whatever. And we get it right once. And we go, cool, got it, moving on. When we come back to it, maybe in band the next day, we're probably going to get that section wrong. We're probably going to mess up like we usually do. That's because we might have played it 100 times wrong, but only one time right. So, like visualize, 100 marbles in a bowl. 100 blue marbles, let's say. And you drop that one red marble that represents the time you played it right versus all the blue marbles all the time you played it wrong. You put it in there, you shuffle it around, you close your eyes, and you pick a marble, the chances are very unlikely that you're going to pick that red marble, because you've played it so many more times wrong than you have right. So don't just play it till you get it right once. Do it again, and do it again, and do it again. Practice till you can't get it wrong, right? Till you physically cannot mess it up. So then let's recap, because I don't want this video to get super long. So before you dig into the stuff you want to practice, warm up. We talked about ways percussionists can warm up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and right? Those are the ones we talked about. And how wind players can warm up with long tones, with big breaths and nice even tone. We talked about isolation. You don't have to start from the beginning every time. Just start on the stuff that's giving you trouble. You don't have to work on stuff you already know, because that kind of defeats the point of practice. Just work on stuff you can't play. And the big one, don't play till you get it right. Play till you can't get it wrong. All right. So there will be a discussion board posted under this in today's module. If you have any questions, cares, comments, or concerns, put them down there in the chat. I want everyone to reply. If you don't have any questions or anything, just tell me how you practice. Just tell me something about practicing. I don't know. If you don't practice, let me know that too. I'm not going to bite your head off. But yeah, so that's all I want to talk about. You guys have a great time, and I will see you in person on Monday. Hopefully, fingers crossed, right? So, bye-bye.